One day, I hope to live up to the standard you set. You make me want to have a wetter brain.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 underrated TV couples who don't get enough credit.
I haven't had a lot of good things in my life that really belong to me. So when they come along, I want to do my best to protect them and hold on to them.
Can you just remember the happy times and forget the bad stuff?
There was no bad stuff.
I demand to go first. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Emily. You may go first.
For this list, we'll be looking at those small screen duos that maybe didn't steal the spotlight, but we still wish got a little more love. We'll be leaving out cartoon couples, like Ben 10's Ben and Julie, since they could have their own list. Who's your favorite secondary couple on television? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Regina Mills and Robin Hood, Once Upon a Time. True love plays a huge role in all fairy tales, and there are plenty of fated couples to gush about on Once Upon a Time. But in our humble opinion, the evil queen and the noble thief don't get enough love.
She said, I don't always realize what I have right in front of me.
What's that?
Just that I didn't always appreciate things.
Regina started off as a hated character. She is the evil queen after all. But as more of her backstory is revealed, the character quickly became beloved, more than partly due to her beautiful romance with Robin. The two may have disliked each other at first, but Regina quickly warmed to the thief, and Robin was never afraid of her darker impulses.
But I knew that you could and would move to the light.
You were the one who got me there.
No, I only helped. You did the work.
They changed each other for the better, and we're glad that they got some version of a happy ending.
Our story was so short.
Doesn't make it any less epic.
Number 9. Francis II of France and Mary Queen of Scots, Reign. Sometimes arranged marriages work out. Mary and Francis were childhood friends who were betrothed from a young age. And while things didn't start out perfectly between the two, they eventually grew to love each other, choosing one another time and time again.
You. It's you. It's always been you.
Does this mean you'll marry me?
Yes.
There were certainly other relationships that got in the way of their love. Francis was with another woman at the beginning of the series, and Mary's relationship with Bash certainly had its moments.
With me, you are free and wild. You can be who you are, and I will always put you first.
Please don't.
And let's not forget Francis's mother's attempts to have Mary killed. That's never what you want. But whatever was thrown at these two, they always came back to each other in the end.
Francis.
I've been waiting for you.
Is this real?
But nothing is more real. I love you.
Number 8. Shawn Hunter and Angela Moore, Boy Meets World. When we think of our favorite sitcom couples, we think of Shawn and Angela as one of them. There weren't too many interracial couples on television in the 1990s, but Shawn and Angela served as a great example of how to do it right.
No one understands this but us.
Quiet.
I forgot how well we fit together.
I'm asking you to shut up.
The two were never singled out by writers because of the interracial quality of their relationship, but were treated just like any other couple. They faced real issues, some born out of their differences, but they were able to solve them by focusing on their similarities and forging a real deep connection.
I haven't had a lot of good things in my life that really belong to me. So when they come along, I want to do my best to protect them and hold on to them. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to this relationship.
They quickly became a fan favorite and are still beloved today.
I love you. I just don't want to hurt you anymore.
I love you too. I always have.
Number 7. Van Montgomery and Cheyenne Hart, Reba. Let's face it, getting pregnant as a senior in high school is a tough situation to navigate. But if you're Cheyenne Hart, later Montgomery, at least you have your family to get you through it. And the perfect partner in Van.
I love your daughter, and I'm not staying away no matter what you or my parents say. I was gonna do this in private, but I don't care anymore.
Oh, no, not the knee thing.
Cheyenne, will you marry me?
Oh, my God.
While their relationship was never easy, Van and Cheyenne always seemed to pull through the hardest parts together.
Our daughter is so beautiful.
She gets that from her mommy.
Whether it was Cheyenne supporting Van when his football hopes went down the drain, or Van literally carrying Cheyenne across the graduation stage as she went into labor, they always had each other's backs. Hey, being a newlywed and living with your mom, or mother-in-law in Van's case, can't be easy. But these two made it seem fun, and we always appreciated their silliness.
I mean, don't you think if there's anyone who could get Van fired up for a game, it's me?
What are you smiling about?
Number 6. Xiomara Gloriana Villanueva and Rogelio de la Vega, Jane the Virgin. It's easy to get swept up in Jane's relationship drama, but we can't forget about Zoe and Ro.
You are what I've been looking for. And I think back to when we first met, when we were 16. And I think that my whole journey up to now has been about finding my way back to you.
These two prove building a relationship takes time. And one daughter, a miracle pregnancy, and a drunken Vegas wedding later, they finally made it work.
My parents are here today not because they are meant to be, but because they chose each other. In the face of a million obstacles, they chose each other.
Things definitely start off rocky. Xiomara is still hurt from how Rogelio reacted to her pregnancy, and Rogelio is hurt that Xiomara kept Jane a secret for all those years.
I was just a kid when I told my mom you were some random army guy, and now it's been so long, and I
know it's hard, Xiomara. And I was a screw-up years ago, but I have changed. I want my daughter to have the pleasure of knowing me.
And even when they start to rebuild that trust, the timing wasn't always right. But because this is a telenovela, they found their way to each other eventually with all the romance and dramatics we could ask for. Number 5. Raymond, Holt, and Kevin Cozner, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Jake and Amy may have the main love story on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but that didn't stop Captain Holt and Kevin from becoming our relationship goals. We didn't get to meet Kevin until a little ways into the first season at Holt's birthday party, and he certainly comes off a little cold, at first.
So glad you could make it. Oh, and look, he brought us some wine. Drink. This is legally called wine drink. How very thoughtful, thank you.
When it's revealed Kevin didn't want the squad to come over to their house because he didn't want anyone to belittle Holt for his sexuality, everything about their relationship clicks into place.
Because he's gay, Raymond has been put through hell by his colleagues, many of whom, quite frankly, look exactly like you.
It's built on a sense of protectiveness and honesty. And throughout the rest of the series, it's clear how much these two love each other.
One day, I hope to live up to the standard you set. You make me want to have a wetter brain.
Oh, Kevin.
Plus, they have a dog named Cheddar. You can't get cuter than that. Number 4. Emily and Richard Gilmore, Gilmore Girls. Luke and Lorelai, as well as all of Rory's love interests, took up the majority of our time on Gilmore Girls. And while we love side couples like Suki and Jackson, there's one couple we think deserves a little more love. Are Emily and Richard Gilmore rich, snobby, and more than a little uppity? Sure.
I can have my tailor steam out those trousers for you.
Oh, Richard, that's not what he's wearing to the ceremony. I'm sure he's going to change.
But they were also one of the most consistent and equal partnerships on the show.
I did not sign on to your dying, and it is not going to happen. Not tonight, not for a very long time. In fact, I demand to go first. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Emily. You may go first.
That's part of what made their temporary separation so hard to stomach. You can't convince us they could just lose that sense of respect after all those years. But luckily for us, they eventually reconciled, and even had a vow renewal, proving what we knew all along. They are perfect.
We should separate more often.
Oh, bite your tongue.
Number 3. Jason Mendoza and Janet, The Good Place. The Good Place broke a lot of storytelling conventions. and brought us a beautiful relationship in Eleanor and Chidi. But they also changed the conventional love connection mold with Jason and Janet, two delightful weirdos who, despite their differences, and the fact that Janet is in fact not human, make it work.
Can you just remember the happy times and forget the bad stuff?
There was no bad stuff. It was all good.
At first glance, it doesn't seem like these two will have that much in common. While Janet is an all-knowing robot, Jason is, to be frank, pretty dumb.
I like not knowing.
It's 10:42 a.m. Sorry, saying out loud that I didn't know something made me feel weird.
Man, I feel weird when I do know something. You and I are very different.
We love him, but it must be said, dumbness aside, what truly binds these two is their inherent niceness.
And according to the central theme of 231,600 songs, movies, poems, and novels that I researched for these vows in the last 3 seconds, that's what love's all about.
And when you get married before you even start dating, well, you know it's real. Number 2, Phoebe Buffay and Mike Hannigan, friends. From the moment he gave that rockin' air piano performance in Central Perk, fans knew Mike was perfect for Phoebe.
There isn't a piano here.
I wouldn't stand in the way of a true pianist.
Okay.
The resident oddball of the group, Phoebe was far and away one of the best parts of this 90s sitcom. And honestly, her relationships were the most fun to watch too. Mike and Phoebe's relationship felt fresh and exciting. A far cry from Ross and Rachel's "we were on a break" drama. Mike accepted all of Phoebe's strange quirks without question. He defended her against his stuck-up family, and was willing to get in a gallant, albeit strange, finger-wagging battle for her heart.
Well, I'll just show you what I'm gonna do about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
You want some of that?
Oh, really?
Huh?
I can do that, okay?
Stop it! Stop it! Before someone gets really hurt!
Princess Consuela Banana Hammock and Crap Bag, we'll never forget thee.
Can you please just be Mike Hannigan again?
Only if you'll be Phoebe Buffay.
How about Buffet Hannigan?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. William Bill Adama and Laura Roslin, Battlestar Galactica. We hope these two get to build their cabin one day. Michael Scott and Holly Flax, The Office, the pinnacle of office romance.
Holly Flax, marrying me will you be?
Your wife becoming me will I.
Lucas Sinclair and Max Mayfield, Stranger Things. Mike and Eleven who...
Are you trying to ask me to dance, Stalker?
No, of course not. Unless you want to.
So smooth. Come on.
Charlotte York and Harry Goldenblatt, Sex and the City. If these two can make it through this wedding, they can make it through anything.
I don't like this, I'm afraid.
Now what? What's the worst that can happen? We'll live happily ever after?
Crosby Braverman and Jasmine Trussell, Parenthood. Sometimes a one-night stand leads to great things.
Crosby Braverman, I want to be your wife. Will you still marry me?
Yes, I will marry you.
You will?
Yes.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Winston Bishop and Aly Nelson, New Girl. We love Nick and Jess, and we love Cece and Schmidt, but today we're celebrating that wacky duo Winston and Aly.
This is the happiest I've been in my entire life. I mean, look at my feet. Can't you see how happy I am?
Okay, you know I still technically have a boyfriend, right?
Oh, it's cool. I'm married.
What?
Oh, don't worry. It was a prank.
What?
All of the roommates definitely have strong personalities, but Winston's always been a bit of an odd duck. And while we love his strange shenanigans, it hasn't always been easy for him to find a girl who does too. Enter Aly, his partner at the LAPD.
I want you to be my partner for the rest of my life.
Oh, Allison.
Officer Nelson. Will you marry me?
While she initially avoids a romance, they are partners after all, they eventually start dating, get married, and have children. 5 to be exact. Aly accepts Winston in all his weird glory, and he obviously adores her. A match made in heaven.
I love you, you maniac.
You love me.
I love you.
I love you too. Wow, that feels so good to say.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.